Welcome to another episode of Alan's Collection. What happens when you don't want to do your chores in the Technodrome? Well, you mutate your pet turtle and you make him do it for you. That's how this character appears, Slash. But not everything goes according to plan, and that's where the shenanigans come around. So, without further ado, let's begin. NECA TMNT Toon line Slash. Here we have the evil but simple-hearted mutant Slash. Only wants to safeguard his palm tree Binky. Though Bebop and Rocksteady have other plans, I have my own plan right now to review the outer box. Here we have a large artwork where you can see, first of all, the TMNT logo in bright green colors. Then we can see Slash smiling, looking down on miniature Bebop and Rocksteady. Behind Slash we can see the enormous evil Technodrome terrorizing the city. And on the right lower corner we can see Shredder and Krang having a pick at what is going on. So this is also a flat box, and you can open it like this. And as you can see, it has a Velcro button here in order for it to open and close. And here on the left we have a large image of Slash himself walking, holding what appears to be a missile or a small rocket. Then we have the window to the right, where you can see the figure itself and his accessories. Now, let's check out the side of the box. Here we have the Nickelodeon logo, then the NECA logo, then the TMNT logo, and then we have this figure's theme, Binky's Day Out, Volume 18. Now let's check out the back of the box. Here we have a small image of Slash using the large blaster cannon. And to the right we have the TMNT logo. Below we have extended information about the character, Slash. Below this we have an animated image of Slash pedaling his tricycle. And to the right we have another small image of Slash holding a blaster. Now let's check out the other side of the box. Here we have the Nickelodeon logo. Then the TMNT logo. And then we have the theme for this figure, which is Binky's Day Out. And we're back to the front of the box. Now let's check out the blister box, guys. Okay guys, here we have the blister box for NECA TMNT Ultimate Slash. And here we can appreciate the figure even more. It looks like the head, for some reason, is double protected. We can also see the accessories here. Quite a few accessories. Okay guys, let's check out the figure and head sculpt section for Slash. The pet turtle turned evil mutant. Slash comes from Dimension X to give the turtle ninjas a run for their money. Let's check out the vanilla pose. Talking about his body sculpt, he has a bulky aspect. Perhaps he's bigger than the Ninja Turtles themselves. This bulkiness you can see in his arms and legs. Regarding his skin, it's a dark green skin, and as you can see in his legs, arm and head, he is full of warts, which are nicely sculpted. He's got purple spikes on his hands and knee guards. He also has his armor pieces that look like scrapped metal that has been welded together, and has a belt with a skull on his buckle. Checking out his turtle shell on the back. It's brown with yellow spikes, much like Toka. And you can see his large nails that look like fangs on his feet. Now let's check out his head sculpt. He has his mouth opened and he's showing his only 3 teeth. There you can also see his warts on his face and scalp. And then you can see a blue metallic bandana featuring a large yellow lens, which gives him a cybernetic appearance. And his expression, of course, is that of pure evil and terror, guys. Now let's check out the articulation for this figure, guys. Okay guys, let's check out the articulation for Ultimate TMNT Slash. And let's start with the head. As you can see, the head moves forward very, very little, almost nothing, and backwards the same. It doesn't move much. However, it does move to the left a bit, and does move to the right a bit. Now let's check out the torso articulation. Basically, there's no torso articulation because of the chest, shell, and belt, and how they are sculpted. Leaves no room for articulation. So let's move on to the arm articulation. The arm moves forward a bit, and the arm moves backwards a bit. And the arm moves out a tiny bit. Slash does have a bicep cut, but it's too stiff for us to move it. And Slash does have a single jointed elbow articulation. It flexes like this. And then we have hand articulation. The hand moves up and down a bit. But the wrist does rotate completely, as you can see here. Now let's move on to the leg articulation. The leg moves forward and the leg moves backwards like this. And the leg moves out very nicely like this. Slash does have a double jointed knee articulation. You can bend it like this. Finally, Slash does have foot articulation. Foot moves up, foot moves down, and has a bit of a rocker. And that's it for his articulation, guys. Let's check out the accessories for Ultimate's TMNT Slash, guys. First we have this blue and white backpack with a white cushion here and black lines on the back. It does have a long grey strap. Very cool. Next we have this large futuristic anti-gravitational beam. It's a weapon for Slash. It does have exhaust barrels painted in pink, guys. Very cool. And does have some yellow accents there and a grey finish here. Next we have a missile or a rocket. This is a small missile or rocket, guys. Next we have a small pistol, white and grey pistol or ray gun if you want. Next we have a transparent bowl with a green base here. Then we have the most important thing for Slash, his palm tree, that he calls Binky. You can place it in the bowl like this. Takes a little while because it's very small, but in the end what you have is Binky's palm tree safe in the bowl for him to protect. Next we have this tiny little pet turtle, which is Bebop's pet turtle that transforms into Slash. Now let's check out the extra head, where Slash is looking goofy with his tongue out and his right eye slightly shut. And of course he has his warts here as well. Finally we have his extra hands. First of all he has his wide gripping hands. And then we have the normal gripping hands for him to be able to carry his weapons. And that's it for Slash's accessories. Alright guys, let's talk about Slash, one of the coolest and strangest mutants from the TMNT cartoon. Before becoming a mutant, Slash was Bebop's pet turtle, living in the Technodrome and treasuring his most prized possession, a little plastic palm tree named Binky. This peaceful life comes to an end when Bebop and Rocksteady use mutagen to transform Slash into a mutant snapping turtle so he can help them with their chores. Bebop eventually loses Binky and Slash goes mad, destroying everything around him. Bebop manages to teleport Slash into New York City, where he meets and gets tricked by a developer for Donald J. Lofty. Donald J. Lofty plans to build condominiums in the sewers, and so far has been stopped from doing that by the turtles. Slash is asked to destroy the Freedom Bell to smear the turtles and gets them arrested. In exchange, he will get a bunch of palm trees in Florida. Eventually, Slash ends up in a spaceship, and with some further tricking from Michelangelo, he is sent into Dimension X. I always remember the palm tree obsession of Slash. It's such a bizarre trait that it always stayed with me. Most villains want power, wealth, or revenge. Slash just wants a nice palm tree and for everyone else to leave it alone. As a kid, I always wanted Slash to become an official Ninja Turtle, just like how Tommy Oliver went from the evil Green Ranger to a member of the team. Imagine Leonardo trying to teach him patience, while Splinter helped him start a sand palm tree garden. And that's why Slash remains a fan favorite. He's part monster, funny, and really strong. He's a mutant with a clear motivation. Binky, the palm tree. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.